Hello Cyclone fanatics, and a happy Friday morning to you back here as we do each and every week at Mr. B's at 1995 Northwest 86th Street in Clive, Iowa. I'm Chris Williams, he's Tim Sitzmann. Hey Tim, first of all I apologize. We're filming this on Thursday.
I see that.
Braves are back in the playoffs. I had to sport the team colors today. I'm a little bit casual for coming in here to Mr. B's.
Right.
But I tell you what, it feels like there's like 100 people
for
in
you
here.
fanatics out there, you should come in and see what's happening. There's a lot going on at Mr. B's today. We have trunk shows going on, which means we have swatches and things to look at for fall, you know, so they can pick out the size, the right size.
There's people everywhere.
People everywhere. I think they knew you were coming today, Chris, and it's good to have you here. A lot of great things going on for you Fanatics fans, but I don't know about the Braves. I'm kind of a Yankee fan, so I know I'm going to get a lot of boos out there, but I'm really rooting for the Twins, to be honest with you. I think they're kind of an upstart team.
You're a Yankee fan, but you're rooting for the Twins.
I kind of am. We got, you know, I don't know if you noticed, we got a lot of banners in New York. We don't.
Yep.
We could give a few to the Twins.
So. No, there you go. Well, that's very kind of you. Why don't you start rooting for the Braves? Give us one more.
Well, maybe I'll root for them too. I don't mind who goes there in the National League.
It was one of those deals with me. TBS, growing up, they were always on TV.
Yeah, that's how it was with the Yankees.
And that's how it kind of caught me on. So we're excited for tonight. Tim, I got to give you some props. Give you a helmet sticker.
Wonderful.
She picked the Iowa State win last week.
I did.
Not a whole lot of people were picking that.
You know, I switched my prediction, as you know.
So did I. And I picked Texas Tech. I picked Iowa State over Texas Tech at the beginning of the year. Then Iowa State. Then last Friday, I come to you and I said, no, I don't think they're going to win.
We went back and forth.
So now my beginning of the year prediction really means nothing, essentially.
If you remember right, I picked Iowa State to lose that game at Texas Tech.
Yep.
And now we're coming up against a big game again, and you know how I picked it. I'm going to switch it again.
And you picked okay. So wait a second. Now you pick Iowa State to beat Utah at the beginning.
Yeah.
Of the year.
Now I'm going to switch it again.
You're going to pick Utah.
I've got Utah. I don't know if you're ready for this, guys. I think it's going to be a darn close game. I think our offense is there. I don't think we can outscore them. I just don't think we can outscore them.
Here's the irony of this. See, I'm going to pick Iowa State to beat Utah. So I'm flip-flopping my beginning of the year prediction just like Tim did. Oh boy. See, okay, I have two demons. I have two things going on in my head.
Yep.
The good one is saying, okay, the offense is clicking. They're going to keep doing that.
I happen to agree with
The
that.
bad guy, the devil in my ear, is saying, dude, you've been down this road before with Iowa State hundreds of times. Every time you start to feel good about yourself, somebody comes up and just kicks you in the you-know-what.
Right.
And I have a feeling that could happen on Saturday night, too. See, I get paid to have an opinion and to act like I know what I'm talking about.
I don't get paid?
Right.
I thought I got paid.
You're getting paid right now, man. There's like 400 people in the store. Now, I'm being brutally honest with everyone. I said this on the podcast Wednesday night. I have no idea what's going to happen Saturday. I have no idea. Now, it's 50-50 for me. When it's 50-50, I always lean toward the good guys, so I'm picking Iowa State by like a field goal.
Well, you know what? I would love to pick them. Last week I just had a sense the offense was there.
Mm-hmm.
I still think the offense is there. I just don't think there's enough defense to stop a number 10 team in the nation.
Well,
and we got them at Jack Trice under the lights. The records show we should win. I think we're undefeated after 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, Chris. But
well, here's my opinion on that stat. I mean, the wins are against North Dakota State, Army, Baylor, Northern Iowa.
Yep.
It's pretty much, other than Texas Tech last week, which was nice.
Which was a great win.
Iowa State have been favored in all of those night games. Those are games you're supposed to win.
Right.
Those night games were.
Right.
So, it's a good stat because it shows that Iowa State and Paul Rhodes aren't looking past teams and they're beating the teams they're supposed to. But in the same boat, they're not really... Lord knows they haven't knocked off a top 10 team coming into Ames. So I think that night game statistic is a little bit skewed.
I would agree. I'll go out on another limb here, and I know I've reversed the last two picks, but
it's okay. I have two.
I think we look down the road here a little bit, and I still think there's 3 wins coming.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 6-win season, as we keep hearing about, looking at. But I said this the other day in the store that if you're Coach Paul Rhodes, you're not looking at 6 wins. You're looking at winning every game, and that's the way you got to look at it.
Why not?
Why not?
Look at Texas.
I don't think 6 is enough. There's plenty of teams we can beat.
Well, and beating Texas is probably unrealistic. But if a team if a team like Rice could play with them, Iowa State can go down there and give them a game.
Yep.
And
possibly upset
any
them.
of these games. Nebraska at home, okay. Now Nebraska will probably be a 10+ point favorite in that football game.
Yeah.
but it's not impossible. These games, like we talked about last week, that we thought were sure losses, you chalk up an L beside them at the beginning of the year.
Right.
The way this season is shaping out, that's simply not the case. Circle the Missouri game on November 20th in Jack Trice Stadium. That team is not going to enjoy the wind tunnel on that Saturday afternoon or evening. So even if Iowa State loses on Saturday, they got that game last week. Bowl game is right back in the picture.
I totally agree. There's a lot of things going up and down. You know, I looked at the Colorado team. I thought it was I had a W written there, easy. But, you know, they beat a Georgia team. You just don't know from week to week.
You don't know.
I think we have to keep improving. I think if Coach Rhodes was sitting here with us on this little podcast, he'd be saying, you know, I look at it every week, and we got to keep improving, and that's what they have to do. But I've got Utah winning by a touchdown.
Okay, well, I think that's a decent pick. And like I say, I'm 50-50, so I can't argue with it.
Yeah.
When it's 50-50, I always pick Iowa State.
Right.
That's just the way
I would, you know, and I'd love to, and
I still think it's an optimistic season.
You're probably thinking more with your head than your heart,
yeah.
and that might be my problem as well. Tim, anything big going on at Mr. B?
You know what?
About?
We've got so much fall and winter goods we can hardly get in the door. I'd like to have those fanatic fans come in and take a look. Beautiful thing. It's going to get cold. It's a beautiful day today, Chris. And look, it feels like summer almost out there. So, but it's going to get cold.
We're going to run out of these days.
We're going to run out, and we have beautiful things for fall and winter, and we'd love to have you come in and see us at 1995 Northwest 86th Street. We got a new awning out there. I don't know if you saw it, Chris. It looks
I
like
did. Looks great.
You can't miss the Mr. B on the front of the building, so stop and see us.
All right, Tim, I hope your pick is wrong when I come and see you next
I do too,
week.
Chris. I'm on your side.
Hope you're wrong, and hopefully the Clones can pick up a big win on Saturday.
I'm rooting for him.
Okay, well, we'll see if Tim's correct or if I'm right, or it doesn't really matter because we're all a bunch of flip-floppers here. At the
2
Mr.
weeks in
B
a row I
podcast.
flipped.
Take care, everybody.